Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending Utilizing Earned Benefits for Education. My name is Jennifer Redquist, and I'm proud to say I'm a CalTAP training coordinator with the California Department of Veterans Affairs. Additionally, I'm a veteran myself, serving the United States Air Force from 1996 to 2000. I was a military brat growing up, and I'm currently an Air Force spouse of a 25-year active duty service member and the mother of 3 active duty airmen. With all that being said, I would like to take a moment to say thank you to all of the service members, veterans, spouses, children, parents, families, and friends for all that you do and all that you have done to support the United States military. Uniformed or not, Calvet understands that you all serve. I want to follow up by saying that Cradle to Grave, Calvet, and all the organizations here today truly are passionate about getting resources and assistance to you. So we encourage you guys to reach out if you are in any need or if you have any questions at all. So I'm excited you guys joined today's presentation because it is packed with great information and great presenters, resources that I know will make a huge impact on your lives. I would also like to add that in addition to this webinar, you can find other recorded webinars and upcoming webinars on our website. Past webinars include legal assistance, veteran resiliency, claims and comp, balance work and life, recognizing coping with addiction, and Calvet home loans, and so much more. You can also visit Calvet's YouTube channel to check out all these webinars that I mentioned that were recorded earlier. Before we begin, I want to go over some quick housekeeping items. We ask that you guys utilize that mute function and turn off your cameras. This is going to help with distractions and definitely help with that bandwidth. Kirk, another CalTAP training coordinator, is here. He will be putting lots of resources and links in the chat function as a presentation is going associated with the topics discussed. Additionally, he's going to be monitoring that Q&A there, and he'll be answering questions in that Q&A, or he'll be filtering those off to the subject matter experts for those questions. At the end of the presentation, we're going to have a really great Q&A section where we're going to go over those questions. That way we can keep the presentation going. And not only that, but I think it's important that we address all those questions because more than likely, if you had that question, somebody else did too. So to get to that Q&A, we just encourage you guys just to hover down at the bottom where it says Q&A. So let's get started with the Calvet overview. This is meant to give you guys a nice snapshot of the benefits and resources available to you. The goal is to get your feet wet with Calvet, acquainted with benefits and also resources. We want you to know where to go, how to get them, and find the people to assist you to get those benefits. So this is a snapshot of the different entities, veteran services entities. The first entity up there is the federal VA, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. The next one is us, which is Calvet. That's the state entity, the California Department of Veterans Affairs, or Calvet. And next, we kind of like really want to get closer and closer to you guys, and so we're there are county offices that are located throughout the state of California. All the counties in the state of California has a county veteran service office. And then there's those service providers within your cities and such that you can also get veteran services at. The thing that we want to stress is all of us are here to help you. We are all separate entities, but we work with each other to get those benefits and those resources out to you. So this is Calvet's website. It is really easy to find. Just Google Calvet or California Department of Veterans Affairs, and it's usually right there at the top. It's incredibly user-friendly. I highly recommend that you guys play with it, explore it. Do not be afraid of getting in rabbit holes and spending too much time in this thing because you're going to learn so much from it. Those rabbit holes lead to carrots. Carrots are your benefits. Benefits is money in your pocket and your family's pocket. These benefits can seriously change lives. I've circled in yellow there all the different divisions within Calvet. There's Women's Division, Minorities Division, Home Loans, Calvet Homes, and Calvet Services is there. So that's a really good quick links to get to the different divisions within Calvet. I also pointed right there that if you want to get to all the education benefits, whether it be federal or state. You can click it there also. And then I also circled down there at the bottom, it says find county or find CVSO. That stands for County Veteran Service Office. Those guys are in the county, they're closest to you. Once you click on that, it's going to be all the counties in the state of California. It'll have their times, it'll have their phone numbers, it'll have their address. These guys are going to help you apply for these benefits. They know which forms to pick. They know how to, they are accredited to do claims and all that good stuff. So those are really good, quick links for you to know about on this website. Now, if you go down the main page, you can find a PDF link to our Veterans Resource Book. California Department of Veterans Affairs created this resource book. It is fantastic. It puts all of your benefits, what federal and state, in your fingertips. So you just go down the page and just click on what I've circled here in yellow, and that's the resource book. Please download it. Encourage your friends to download it. It's just incredible. It's like gold. It honestly is like gold. You don't know what you don't know. And you'll look through there and you're going to see all kinds of different benefits that you had no idea that were there for you. And it also tells you how to get to those benefits. So it's really great stuff. So California specific benefits. So in the state of California, there's quite a few benefits that are specifically great just for those veterans and their family members that live in the state of California. And the first one is the California tuition fee waiver. This is fantastic. We're going to talk a little bit more about it later on in the presentation, but it waives the tuition for dependents of veterans with a disability rating of 0 to 100%. I'm going to go way deeper into it later on, but that's one of our favorite, most popular benefits in the state of California. The next one is veterans designation on your license. You can get the word veteran put on your license. Why is that cool? That's cool because you no longer have to carry around your DD Form 214 to get those discounts around town. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your DD Form 214 to a county veteran service office. That was what I circled there on the bottom of that page there. Find CVSO. You're going to go to them, take your DD Form 214, take your ID, and they're going to give you a letter with the stamp with the county seal that verifies that you are a veteran. You take that to DMV with $5, and they're going to put veteran on your license. It is fantastic, you guys. The next one is motor vehicle registration fee waiver. This is really great. If you're a veteran with 100% rating, and your disability interferes with your mobility, California, you can apply to have one of your vehicle's registrations waived. It saves quite a bit of money, you guys. So please check it out. If that applies to you, talk to a county veteran service office. Get the paperwork to get that started. In the state of California, we also have reduced fishing and hunting licenses and no cost to state park passes if you are rated by the federal VA at 50%. To apply for this, and Kirk is going to put this in the chat, you're going to go to wildlife.ca.gov. That's where you pay. That's where you get your licenses, or you go to parks.ca.gov. The next really great California specific benefit is the disabled veterans property tax exemption. It's going to exempt up to $150,000 of your property tax. That comes up to about $1,700 a year that you're going to save. If you're a veteran with a federal VA disability rating of 100%, go to your county assessor's office. That's where you pay your property tax. Go there with your letter from the federal VA saying that you're 100% rated, and they will sign you up for that exemption. Once you do it one time, it'll automatically renew every single year. Business license tax and fee exemption. There's quite a few of incentives for business owners, veteran business owners in the state of California. So go to the county assessor's office. That's where you pay your business licenses, taxes, and fees. Go there with your license, with your DD Form 214, or with your letter from the VA. Ask them which fees and taxes can be exempt, and they can help you out with that. Here's the different divisions that I was telling you about earlier that was on the main page, that website. We got Calvet home loans. This is fantastic. You can use this home loan in addition with your VA home loan. So VA home loan is a guarantee. It's not an actual loan. The VA does not loan you the money. They just back up the money. But Calvet home loans, they originate, process, close, and for the life of the loan, Calvet is going to take care of you guys. They want to get California veterans in homes. We are not commission-based. We just want to help veterans get into homes. It's a fantastic, fantastic program. look deeper into that on our website. The next thing we have here is the Women's Division, their information advocacy outreach for California women veterans in the state of California. To find out about them, again, go onto our website. And the same thing goes for the Minorities Division, their information advocacy and outreach for minorities in the state of California, and they can help with unnaturalized naturalization services in the state of California. We also have Calvet homes for long-term care. Those are long-term care facilities. They have medical, dental, pharmacy, rehabilitation, and social activities. The best thing about these homes, they are state of the art, but they're also based on your income and level of care needed. The last thing we service we have 3 state cemeteries. Calvet services 3 cemeteries in the state of California. To learn about those, again, go to our website, go to Calvet Services under our programs. Now, I talked a lot about all sorts of different programs within the state of California. If you want to learn more about them, I put on here, this is a QR code. If you scan this QR code, it's going to lead you to the Calvet's YouTube channel. And in that YouTube channel, there is a video in there that says Calvet programs. You can find out about all those programs, but it's really great stuff. There's lots of good stuff on that YouTube channel. So check out that YouTube channel, download that, save that somewhere. All right, so CalTAP overview. So you've heard me say CalTAP a few times, right? With the state of California, just like the military, we have acronyms for everything. So CalTAP stands for California Transition Assistance Program. Our goal is to inform and connect veterans of all eras to their earned federal and state benefits, as well as provide continuing support as their needs change over time. We like to read that verbatim because it's really important that you guys know that we understand that your needs are going to change. Your needs are going to change day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. The items that you might need today, you may not need tomorrow, and the same goes the other way around. So we want to provide assistance to you 24/7. We do this through 5 different pathways online. It's an online learning portal that you can access 24/7. There's core curriculum, education, employment, entrepreneurship, and service providers. Now, this is a really nice visual of what it means when we say CalTAP wants to support you as your needs change over time. This diagram is the life cycle of a service members as they transition over the years, not just that initial transition from military to civilian. You can see here what needs may come up, and we want you to know whether we're thinking about those things and that we're constantly advocating, we're conducting outreaches, and we're looking for ways to support the veteran community as your needs change. This is what we mean when we say we want to serve you cradle to grave. So for purposes of this webinar, we're going over the education, utilizing earned benefits for education. So I'm going to show you how to get to that CalTAP portal for all those different modules that I was telling you about earlier. So on the main page, our CalTAP portal is right there circled in yellow. And then here's the 5 different pathways. We're going to go to that education pathway right there. Once you open any of our pathways, there's going to be modules. The modules are going to break it down nice and easy for you. This one has selecting a school, education benefits, community colleges, state, and universities. So we're going to go with that education benefits right here. Once you do that, it opens up lessons that are associated and a nice video that is associated with benefits in the state of California. So next thing is common veteran websites. We're going to go over this a little bit, and then we're going to move on to the actual specific benefits for you guys out there and resources and tips and tricks. So va.gov is fantastic. This is a nice basic place to start when you're looking for your benefits and want to research your federal benefits. It's va.gov. If you want to learn about your disability, maybe pull out a disability letter, your records, maybe your medical records, you want to find out what's going on with their GI Bill, right here, it's just a click away. Even if it's not on va.gov, it'll portal you over to the right place, even healthcare. So let's say you are looking for, find out how many more months you have left on your GI Bill. You click on GI Bill over there, and it will portal you over to eBenefits, or you can go straight to eBenefits. eBenefits is really great. It's a really great way to manage your benefits. In order to use this, you're going to need a DS login. Once you establish that, write it down, put it somewhere for yourself, and then put it in a safe somewhere and let your family members know where that is, just in case something were to happen to you. If something were to happen to you, they would know where to access that in order to get the benefits for you or get the benefits for your family members. This is My Health eVet. You can manage your VA healthcare right here. You never have for the majority of things, you don't have to go into a VA clinic or VA hospital. You can request your prescriptions, appointments, health records, all stuff is right there. You can even message your doctors right here. It's great. All right, so we've given you quite a bit of information and in this overview. Maybe it doesn't apply to you or your family right now, but we want you to know that we want to support you. We strongly encourage you guys to send your non-DoD email address to CalTAP at calvet.ca.gov. So that way we continue our relationship with you and support you as much as we did today. We want to periodically just touch bases with you, call you up and say, hey, John, it's been a while. It's been about 6 months. Is there anything that you might need? And you'll be like, and that person might be like, yeah, actually things have changed. And my child is now going to school and I want to learn more about benefits, or I'm looking for a job, whatever it may be. So we'll just touch bases with you. And also really a great thing that we can do is we send out monthly newsletters with the different changes that might be happening in the state of California for veterans, or maybe even changes that are happening with the federal VA. Really great stuff. You guys will not be spammed at all. We're not going to send you anything unnecessary or give anybody else your emails, specifically just to support you guys more. Another thing that you can do is fill out today's survey. Our surveys are so important. They're an amazing tool for us. We actively use this information collected from these surveys to improve our presentations and ultimately provide the best support to service members, veterans, families, most beneficial information and wraparound support. Another great way for you to get information is to keep on attending these webinars, and also go to our YouTube channel and check out some more webinars that we've done in the past. Like us on Facebook also. There's all sorts of ways you can keep connected with us and we can keep on supporting you. So this is how this is another way to support you, and another way to get you connected with us is create your My Calvet account. Once you do that, it's going to ask you a few different questions. You can answer as much or as little as you want. Once you answer those questions for this account, this is your website account, it's going to make the website as extremely user-friendly as possible. It's going to put out front all the things that specifically specifically directed to you. So if you're interested in education, a bunch of educational stuff will come up. If you're interested in compensation or employment, those things will come up. So it just makes the website even more user-friendly for you to see things right up front, the stuff that you need. Now, once you sign up for give us your non-DoD email, or you sign up for the My Calvet on our website, you get this newsletter right here. It's going to tell you about our upcoming theme for the month, and it's also going to be links to our webinars for the upcoming month. It is fantastic, you guys. So I went over a lot of information. I want you to know that we are here. Please email me. Please give us a call. Check out our website. Send us emails. We are here to support you. And thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to give the floor over to our local interagency network coordinator in the Central Valley, Annette Walliver. Are you there, Annette?
I'm here for you.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, everyone. My name's Annette Walliver. I am the local interagency network coordinator. And wow, is that a mouthful? We're referred to as links, but basically what I'm a field rep for the state of California. And we work with federal and state agencies to make sure you get connected to your benefits. Next slide, please. But actually, I'm one of 8 links here in the state of California. And you can see Calvet has divided the state into 8 regions. Each color is a region with a coordinating link. I'm the Central Valley link from Stanislaus to Kern counties. I'm the one in purple. I'm on the 99 all the time doing outreach. So even though we do federal and state agencies, we also work within our individual communities, develop a network of services, of providers that can go deeper into making sure that our veterans have the benefits that they need and the services that they need. And we work together as a team because we all have our different specialty as links, but we also work very closely within our own communities. Next slide, please. So we provide outreach to service members, veterans, and their families, current and prior military service members. We stay in touch with our collaboratives so we can get those augmented or additional resources, that auxiliary resources that can help the veterans and their families. And we do this by staying in touch with our collaboratives, our veterans employment committees. We make referrals and work directly with established service provider networks. So I work very closely with all those members in my community. So if a veteran or an active duty military service member needs assistance, I can do that soft handoff because I trust them, I know with them, and I've worked with them before. And then we assist with local emergencies. We're very involved with assisting military members who are victims of the forest fires here in the state of California. Last year, I was actually deployed to the Tulare County LAC and assisted evacuees from the SQF fires. I also worked with the Fresno County with the fire evacuees. And in some cases, not only were their properties destroyed, but all their paperwork. And as Jennifer mentioned, that DD Form 214 is really very important to have on hand. But by working with our local county veteran service office, we were able to get copies of their DD Form 214 and actually working with the Calvet home loan agents, get their certificate of eligibility so they could go forward with either a Calvet or a VA home loan. So make sure you have these documents secured. Currently, what we're doing as the 8 of us links, as well as other people in headquarters, is we're taking those calls that go into 1-800-CALVET. So whether I get a call from Klamath Falls or San Diego, because I know the state and federal resources, I can assist them. If we need to go deeper into their areas, I call their link because they're the subject matter experts and we can get them to those benefits and resources they need. And then we provide leadership and advocacy to local communities by staying in touch with our partners, nonprofits, where we make sure they're aware of their benefits, any changes to benefits, but also if there's any gaps in benefits, we can refer that information into Sacramento headquarters. Next slide, please. So getting connected to your benefits is kind of a passion of mine because I am the poster child for getting connected. I served in the United States Army from 1975 to 1978. I used my GI Bill, got my degree, got a VA home loan and thought, I'm pretty much done. But actually it wasn't until 12 years ago when I started working for the state of California that I realized I was actually a veteran and I was eligible for additional benefits. I didn't realize I could file for compensation. So now I have a service-connected disability, which leads to additional benefits. I am enrolled in VA healthcare. So a lot of these benefits don't expire. So even if you don't need them today, you might need them down the road. So employment and training, the Employment Development Department actually has dedicated staff that assist only veterans to get them connected with either resumes, interview preparation, or just getting connected to employers. In fact, I was an EDD vet rep for 8 years. So I know how hard they work to get veterans employment at careers actually. And they are co-located in the America's Job Center of California. OneCareerStop.com can show you where these AJCCs are and if there's an EDD vet rep there, but they have the tools that can assist you, whether it's computers, scanners, printers, copiers, and this is at no cost to you. And they can assist you with filing for your veterans preference points, unemployment, disability, or paid family leave. California state benefits, well, that's what Calvet's all about. And so each state has different benefits and different eligibilities, but it's the County Veterans Service Office. These are the boots on the ground. They are the administrators of a lot of these state and federal benefits. So whether you're filing for compensation or pension, college tuition fee waiver, DMV paperwork, they're there for you. And then healthcare, we should be mindful of our healthcare, especially during this time. So as I said, I'm enrolled in VA healthcare. And if you want to get enrolled, then you can either you can do it online, pretty simple, or you can actually call the VA near you and ask to speak to eligibility, and perhaps you can enroll over the phone. So I know all of my appointments lately have been through telehealth or VA Connect. So they're always there for you and available, Vet Center and the VA medical centers. Next slide, please. So this is my contact information. If you remember nothing else, please remember this. As I said, I'm a service-connected United States Army veteran. I've used a lot of these resources. I can do that soft handoff to get you connected to your benefits. So thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Annette. Thank you so much to you and all the links for all that you guys do right there, you know, in the communities, and getting all these resources and all these benefits and just being that expert for us. So we really appreciate you being here today and everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. All right, let's move on now to education benefits and best practices and recommendations. So just like we went over earlier, we're going to go to the CalTAP portal and go into education pathway. And from there, you're going to see all the different modules. Like I was saying before, we're going to go dive deep in the education benefits. So what is the education pathway? It's designed to help veterans and their families access education. It's a great way to explore different education options, to look at the benefits. It just highlights the resources and different benefits of being a veteran or being a dependent using the education systems, the upper division, and to maximize your education benefits to incur the minimum debt. So education benefits, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs education benefits. The first one is that Chapter 3033 post 9/11 Forever GI Bill. That's 36 months of benefits with that GI Bill. Now it ends, the Forever GI Bill is really cool because it ends the limit on that GI Bill use, the 15-year usage. So when I got out in 2000, I had only 15 years to use it. If I did not use it within those 15 years, it's gone, it has expired, but that no longer happens. So that's really great. It also provides full GI Bill benefits for Purple Heart recipients, regardless of length of service, and it restores your GI Bill benefits if a student that is using this experiences a permanent loss, school closure while enrolled, so they can reestablish those months that you lost if the school that you went to closed. It really does protect your benefits. Now, they also have increased the GI Bill benefits for student veterans from up $2,300 per year for veterans with less than 12 months. It expands those GI Bill benefits pursuing those STEM degrees also. There's a lot of intricacies when it comes to GI Bill. So there's a lot of specific questions you might have about your GI Bill. What we highly recommend that you do, because things change all the time and there's lots of misconceptions, call this number right here. Take note of the GI Bill phone number. Give them a call, find out how many months you have left on your benefit, find out who your benefit is left to, all that good stuff right there. Or you can visit va.gov/education. So the transferability of the GI Bill, again, I want to stress, use that 888 number that we gave you in the previous slide. Ask about how the transferability works and how you can change the months and things like that. It's determined by the Department of Defense, and eligibility, if eligible, the transfer must be done prior to exiting the branch of service. You can also contact a career counselor or the personnel center. Again, just take note of that 888 number and give them a call if you have any questions at all. I really think that's the best way to go because things change all the time. Now, the Survivor Dependents Educational Assistance Program, this really is a great program. It's Chapter 35. This provides education and training opportunities to dependents of veterans who are permanently disabled with a VA rating of 100% or who have died while on active duty. This program offers dependents 45 months of education benefits. The children must be between the ages of 18 and 26 years old. I think it's between $1,200 and $1,500 a month. I'm going to go on later on in the slides. I'm going to show you how to find out how much that benefit pays per month. But to apply for it, you're going to go and complete the VA form 22-5490 or apply for it online with the GI Bill web page. Or you can go to va.gov and check it out there. Really great stuff. The next thing is Veterans Readiness Employment Program. This is really another great benefit to veterans. This is an employment program, but offers education to gain employment. It is open to disabled veterans with a disability rating of 10% or higher. It's a education and job placement program. It's up to 45 months of benefits. As of April, really exciting, as of April 1st of 2021, this benefit can be used in conjunction with the GI Bill. To maximize your benefits, what you're going to want to do is use your Chapter 31 first, and then use your GI Bill. If you do it that way, you can have up to 84 months of benefits between those two. Now, let's say you've already used maybe 10 months of your GI Bill. The way it works is then it would subtract from the 48 months. So you'll use you'll have 38 months plus the remainder of your GI Bill. So it kind of, you have to use your Chapter 31 first, and then you use your GI Bill to maximize that. To find out more about that, I highly recommend that you research it. Just Google Chapter 31 and GI Bill, and you can learn about how to maximize that. How to apply for it, you're going to apply online at va.gov, and there is also a place that you can just ask more questions, and it's option number 5. So please take note of this if this applies to you, or if you're interested more about the that benefit, the Veterans Readiness and Employment benefit. So online on va.gov to find get some eligibility for your benefits, this is where you go. And then this is the GI Bill comparison tool. It is so great. You guys can very quickly find out what your benefits are, how much they pay out. It's a nice little drop-down menus to say whether you're a veteran or you're a child or whatever it may be, and then select the program that you're in. Once you do that, they're also going to select either a city or the college that you want to go to, and then it'll have the different options to the side as far as the school or on-the-job training or whatever it may be. Once you find the school that you want to go to, it's going to list out how much the housing allowance is. It's going to tell you how much the book stipend is. It's going to tell you how much tuition is there. A lot of great information when you're researching where's the best place to go. Another great thing to think about is the cost of attendance. So here's like a breakdown of what everything costs. It can cost from $28,000 all the way up to $32,000 of $37,000 to go to school, and it kind of breaks down all the different things you paying for. But I also want to show you this. This is the college tuition compare.com website right here. So you can go to collegetuitioncompare.com, and this is you can find all the schools in here, and it can show you the in-state and out-of-state tuition rates and expenses right here. So it's another way for you to compare schools and compare your benefits and how it would work out to go into schools. So it's a really great way to research. So utilization of benefits. There's 120 credits minimum to get your bachelor's degree, and it does not include your prerequisites or those remedial classes at all. So if enrolled full-time, 12 units in the fall and the spring, and then 6 in the summer, that Forever GI Bill will only cover 116 total units. So we've created some tips and tricks to overcome those extra units. The first one is take more than 12 units. When you take 15 units, the GI Bill is going to pay the same, but they're going to cover the full tuition, and it can lead to fulfilling your graduation requirement 1 semester earlier. Tip 2, consider certifying at that 3/4 time. If you do this, it will stretch out that GI Bill from 36 months to 45 months. But remember, the BAH is only going to be paid out at that 3/4 time. You can also think about using that California promise to cover that remaining time, a quarter time. The next tip is participate in a work study. These work studies are fantastic. You will get paid to work at a federal or get paid federal, state minimum wage, perform VA related duties. Maybe it's at a VA facility, maybe it's at Calvet, maybe it's at the County Veteran Service Office. And they have flexible work schedules. They know that your first priority is to go to school. So they're going to work around that school schedule. It's going to help offset the cost of attendance. And also it's going to be that income that you need between semesters. Remember, you are not going to get paid during winter break or during summer break or whatnot. So this is going to kind of like help cushion that between those times. Now, the next tip is withdraw versus F. So a withdrawal is not going to affect that GPA, but if you don't replace that class, it's going to affect your stipend. But if you take the F, it's going to affect the stipend, but it may affect your GPA. So it's very important for you to weigh out your options and really weigh out the pros and cons of doing one or the other. The tip 5, apply for scholarships. There's so much free money out there. Career One Stop has a scholarship finder right there on their website. So what you're going to do is go to careeronestop.org, and from there it says find training. You can find the scholarship finder from there, or you can just search in that top right hand corner, search Career One Stop and put in scholarship finder. Once you get there, you can fill out that you want to go for your bachelor's, or you want to be in this state or that state, whatever it may be. Once you do your filter by, it'll come up with all the scholarships that would apply to you. In this example, there's 27 awards out there. It'll give you the award. It'll tell you whether it's a scholarship or a grant. It'll tell you how much it is, and it'll lead you right to the application to apply for it. Really great stuff. College tuition fee waiver for veterans dependents. This is open dependents of disabled veterans with a rating of 0% or higher. Now, 0% does not mean that you did not apply for, or the veteran did not apply for a disability rating. It means they applied, and the federal VA is acknowledging something did happen, but that whatever happened is not affecting their daily life. For instance, let's say that the veteran was working on a piece of equipment and they cut themselves, and that cut left a scar. That scar does not hurt the veteran whatsoever, but is a residual of something that happened while they were in the military. They're going to get a 0% for that scar. That scar is going to qualify the dependents to apply for the college tuition fee waiver. This is open to dependents that are residents in the state of California. The veteran does not have to be a resident, which is fantastic. It's going to waive that tuition at any state-funded school. That's UC, CSUs, and community college all the way through their doctorates. My father is a veteran, and he has a rating, and I'm 44 years old, and I would fit into one of the plans. If I was not, I would fit in if I met the income restriction for Plan B. So look at those different plans, see if you're dependent, or if you are a dependent, if you fit into one of those plans. It's a great, great program. Now, the Science, Technology, Engineering, Math Scholarship, the STEM Scholarship, it's up to 9 months of additional post 9/11 benefits. It's a maximum of $30,000. There's priority entitlement to those that have a 100% post 9/11 entitlement. But it cannot be matched to the Yellow Ribbon program, and it's non-transferable to the dependent. So it's just available to the veterans that are using their GI Bill. Now, what is the Yellow Ribbon, you ask me? The program is a provision of the GI Bill that can help students attend expensive private schools at little or no cost to themselves. Participating in schools will enter voluntarily in agreement with the VA to waive a portion or all of tuition costs that exceed that maximum GI Bill reimbursement. The VA will match the amount waived. So what I did was we kind of like laid it out for you so you could see actually how it works. So let's say the school has a yearly tuition of $50,000, excuse me, per year. The GI Bill maximum amount is $26,042.81. The Yellow Ribbon, the school is going to participate in that Yellow Ribbon program and says they're going to waive 10 grand. VA is going to match that 10 grand. The student's responsible for $3,957.19. So it's a great program. It saves a lot of money. Look into that if you're going to one of those expensive schools and using your GI Bill. Now, another really great thing is the Scholarshare. It was created by the state of California. It's a tax advantage way to help families save the cost of higher education. And it's administered by the Scholarshare Investment Board. It's a state agency chaired by the state treasurer. We share this resource with you because there are many costs related with attending college, such as room and board, food, books, computers, lab fees, transportation, all sorts of stuff. And the California fee waiver, it waives that tuition, but doesn't waive all those other costs. 10 reasons to use the Scholarshare. It's easy and convenient. The savings will grow more and more due to tax advantages. You can use it towards any school or program that they want to. It can be used for more than tuition and has a lower impact on financial aid too than other savings plans. It's affordable. Anyone can contribute to this, and unused funds can actually be transferred to other members of the family. Investment is flexible. If you want to go aggressive or if you want to go not so aggressive, you have those choices. Estate planning benefits also. So this is a really great program. I'm not the expert on this at all. Aaron Lester is. This is his email. If you are interested in this, or if you want to know more about this, send him an email or take a picture of this and give them a call. Really great program. Here's some more information resources on when you're looking for a school and when you're trying to get money for school or your family members are going to school. Take a picture of this. These are some really great websites to explore more and to get to those, get some help with going to school. Here is our resource book, and education is on in chapter 4. It's going to go over the fee waiver plans. It's also going to go over all those other benefits, maybe the GI Bill. You want to know more about the GI Bill or chapter 35. It's all in that resource book. I went over a lot of information. This is my contact information. Please give me a call. Please give us a call. Email me. Let me know if you need help at all. I will help you find those resources, find those benefits, and help you navigate. With that, I'm going to hand the floor over to Jessica Peak. She is East Los Angeles College Veterans Resource Center's Director and Counselor. Are you there?
Yes.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to today's webinar. The presenters so far have done an amazing job. Jen, that was really great information. It ties so well into the next step, which is considering, higher education pathways, where to go, what to do, how to apply, where do you start? So that's what I'm going to cover now. So we're going to talk about higher education in California and Veterans Resource Centers. My name is Jessica Peak. I am the Veterans Resource Center Director and Counselor at East LA College, also known as ELAC. We are happy to be a part of the webinar today. Next slide, please. Okay, so here you have a list of all the different University of California campuses. There are 10 campuses throughout California and 9 undergraduate campuses. The UCs are definitely a popular pick amongst transfer students. It's also a popular pick amongst students who want to start at the UCs first and skip the community college route. Next slide, please. We also have the CSU system, which is different from the UC system. The similarity is that they're both public universities. Both of them have different types of admissions requirements. And even within the CSUs or even within the UCs, admissions requirements will vary from campus to campus. So definitely worth researching to see which program, which campus will offer the program that you are looking for. Not all campuses will offer the same majors. And so you need to do your research and work with, if you start at the community college, work with the counselors that are available to you to do some of the research with you. Next slide, please. And then we have the California community colleges. As you can see, we have 116 campuses across our state. Definitely, the options are there for you. Many of our veterans, many of our, even many of our service members, dependent spouses start at the community college. There are many advantages of starting at the community college compared to going straight into a four-year university. But those are options for you to explore and see which one is the best fit for you. Next slide, please. Okay, so the educational hierarchy. Now, you may or may not be familiar with this hierarchy in terms of understanding what are the differences between all of these different campuses. It's important to review this chart because as a counselor, I have been a counselor for 9 years now, working with our veterans, working with service members and families. And oftentimes I still get the question of, exactly where does a master's degree fit in all of this? Where does the associate's degree fit? Do I need an associate's degree? So let's take a look at this hierarchy and just cover those basics. So you have your high school diploma or your GED. That's your start right there. From there, California community colleges are a great system to look into if you are looking to get a vocational certificate. Many of our community colleges offer these certificates, and those are useful for people who may be already in their careers and they want to add to their resume with certain specialties. And so certificates will not, have you take any general education classes. They're just major requirements that are focused on the skill or achievement that you plan to complete to help you with your career. So those are certificates. Community colleges also offer associate's degrees. Now with these associate's degrees, some of them are local degrees, meaning you take on the major that is offered by the community college. Sometimes we offer associate degrees for transfer. Now those transfer degrees are designed for students who plan to transfer to a Cal State. I say only the Cal States because the Cal States will honor our ADT and give our students preference. They'll give you a little bump in your GPA if you have an associate degree for transfer, and they'll give you priority in admissions for certain majors. The UCs, even if you decide you want to go to a UC, you can still earn your ADT, but there is no advantage in terms of having an ADT to help you with admissions for the UCs. So that's a big difference there. So once you leave a community college, there's the next step, which is the bachelor's degree. Now with a bachelor's, you'll get a bachelor's of arts or bachelor's of science. You don't choose which one you get, but you do choose your major. And that is what will tell you if it's going to be a Bachelor of Art or Bachelor of Science. So there's the BA and the BS. Those are offered at the Cal States and the UCs. I will note that there are very few and limited California community colleges that do offer a bachelor's degree. There are some out there. So you may want to take a look and see if one is offered at a community college. Oftentimes it's more of a technical major, such as maybe like dental assistant, for example. But you can check that out. But most of our bachelor's degrees are offered at the CSUs or the UCs. There are also private universities, but we won't get into those in this presentation, but they offer your bachelor's as well. Now, the next step up after a bachelor's degree, once you've earned that, is the master's degree. Some master's degrees are 2 years, some are 3 years. Those are offered at the CSUs and the UCs. Now, a lot of people stop there, but there are many that continue to pursue a higher education. And perhaps you're going into research. Perhaps you want to be a professor. And so oftentimes the doctoral degree is the next step. So with your doctoral degree, you have many UCs that offer doctoral degrees, and you have maybe a few CSUs that might offer it as well, but it's mostly offered, you'll see, at the UC level. Next slide, please. So let's start with the community college. Why choose a community college? Well, the community college will provide you time to determine your career goals. And honestly, that's, a big reason why our veterans do start at a community college. Trying to decide, well, what is that career change? Right now, there is a career change once our service members transition and decide to go and start off at a community college. You may not want to continue and pursue the same job and career you had while in service. So that career change sometimes is unknown to our vets. Sometimes they may not have that figured out just yet. So starting off at a community college is a great start. Oftentimes also it's deciding, I haven't been in school for a really long time and I don't really remember how to study. I'm a little rusty with this. And that's why a lot of our veterans, service members may start at a community college as opposed to starting at a four-year university right away. So that's a big difference. You ease right back into school. You're flexible with the units you can take. You're flexible with the courses that you can take at a community college. Also, it's $46 a unit. Not bad. So if you have an in-resident rate, if you're using your VA education benefits, you will be able to be eligible for an in-resident rate in case you are considered out of resident. And so $46 a unit, that's a good number to go with. We also have a California College Promise at our community colleges. What that basically means is that if you're eligible, then your tuition would be covered. So that $46 a unit pretty much would be $0 a unit if you're eligible for the California College Promise. We also, as I mentioned earlier, we offer CTE short-term certificate programs, and those are the programs that you can take so that you can just enhance your resume and make yourself more marketable within your field. And of course, many of our community colleges, actually all of our community colleges offer the associate degrees for transfer. And a lot of those transfer degrees come with guarantees into the Cal States, not into the UCs. So it's a little bit of a typo there, but it is a transfer guarantee into the Cal State universities. Next slide, please. Okay, so how do our campuses support our service members, our veterans, our dependents and spouses? Well, the majority of our California community colleges have Veterans Resource Centers. Our centers are located on campus, providing a variety of services for all of our military connected students. Regardless of discharge status, regardless of whether you're using VA education benefits or not, we are open and we are ready to serve you. Not only do our community colleges provide VRCs, but many of our universities, the Cal States and UCs, have Veterans Resource Centers as well. Sometimes these centers may be called Veteran Services, sometimes they're called Veteran Success Centers or Veterans Resource Centers. May have a different name, but it's all the same in terms of what we offer. We have veterans counselors that are very specific and trained to work with student ed plans, student educational plans, which is your pathway, figuring out which classes you need to take. And so we are trained in how to create an ed plan based on your VA education benefits to make sure we're in compliance, to make sure that no one's getting any overpayments, to make sure that you're taking only what you need so you're maximizing your GI Bill and your VA education benefits. So we have counselors, we have computer labs, we have resources. Some of us have therapists within our VRCs, but we just offer a variety of different services that are very unique to each one of us. We don't offer the same services, very unique, but whichever campus you end up, look for your VRC. It's where you want to start. It's where we will set you up with your counselor and where we will guide you the rest of the way. So check out your VRCs. Next slide, please. So California Community Colleges supports veterans. Absolutely, 100%. We do offer priority registration. You may be eligible for up to 4 years of priority registration. I would say check admissions for if there is a limit or not. At my campus, East LA College, we don't have a limit in terms of how long your priority registration will last if you are a veteran with honorable discharge. The only limitation is you do have to have good standing, which means you need to have a 2.0 or higher to maintain your priority registration, even as a veteran or a service member. You also need to make sure that you have less than 100 units. Once you reach 100 unit mark, then that's where you lose your priority registration. However, there are ways to make appeals, but those are the rules at my campus. So you have to make sure you check with the campus where you decide to attend and find out what are the limitations with priority registration? Am I eligible? And how can I use this benefit? A huge benefit with priority registration is that you would be within the first group of students who can select your classes during registration. So that means you are the first group. So you'll have every opportunity to get your first choice of classes based on your student educational plan that tells you which classes you need, which is awesome, because once you have the classes that you need, then that allows you to use your benefits right away and not have any delays by the time that term starts. In-state tuition rate. So for our veterans, like I mentioned earlier, even if you're considered out of state, you haven't been living in California, if you're going to be using your VA education benefits, you're automatically considered an in-state resident. And you can use those benefits and be charged the in-state tuition rate. So out-of-state tuition rate is $265 per unit for a non-resident. That's a huge jump up compared to $46 per unit for in-state tuition. So if you fall into that, if you're coded, we call that, we refer to it as, if you're coded as an out-of-state resident, you need to check with your VRC, your Veterans Resource Center, so we can help you fix that. Many California community colleges have Veterans Affairs Office as well as VRCs. Next slide, please. Okay, so in this chart, it basically tells you the overall message here is that the higher the degree that you have, if you look at the doctoral degree up above, the lower the unemployment rate is going to be. So this just, hopefully will give you that motivation to move forward with that higher degree. It's valuable, you need it, it will make you more marketable once you are, out in the civilian world seeking your next career. Next slide, please. Okay, so how do you get started? So if you want to start at a community college, you would go to CCC Apply, and you're going to pretty much fill out your application. There are options for you to explore which colleges are out there, which one is near you, and then you put in your application. And while you're waiting for your application to be processed and to receive your student identification number, it usually takes about 24 to 48 hours. You want to do your research and start to apply for financial aid. So the financial aid process, it's a separate application through CCC Apply. You have links to all of the different business that you have to take care of. But this is where you start, CCC Apply. Next step, please. Financial assistance. So overall, when you apply, I just mentioned, when you apply for a community college, you want to make sure you're also applying for FAFSA. Now, I will let you know at this point that even if you think, I made too much money because I, let's say that you've separated from your branch, and you're thinking, well, if they're going to consider my last 2 years of income, I made too much because I was full-time. And so I'm not going to be eligible, so I'm not going to apply. That's actually the mentality and how our recently separated veterans think. They think, I'm not going to apply because I'm not going to be eligible. I have a full-time income. Well, the thing is, you do want to apply anyway. apply anyway. And when you apply, you may be told that you're denied. But this is where you appeal and you let them know that there's been a change of income. You show your DD 214 to the financial aid office, let them know I am not serving any longer. I'm not receiving the same paycheck any longer. I need you to reconsider my financial aid. So you will be reconsidered at that point, considered based on you no longer have the same income. And so that is exactly how our veterans end up qualifying who just separated from service. So there are extra steps. Work with your Veterans Resource Center so that way you can make sure that you are being considered for financial aid, even if you just separated from service. The California Promise is actually an automatic process where once you fill out your CCC apply application, a lot of your information is now going to be automatically filled into FAFSA and the California Promise. So it saves you some time with filling out both applications. But the California Promise application is already embedded within FAFSA. So it's not an extra step you have to take if you're filling out the FAFSA. There are plenty of scholarships out there. There are some scholarships that are offered at the federal level, at the state level, even at the local level. So your own college where you're going to attend has our own foundation of scholarships. So you want to make sure that you check those out. And the Yellow Ribbon Program generally did a great job covering the Yellow Ribbon Program. It's not needed at a community college. It's not needed at the UCs or even at the Cal States. Typically that tuition is under what the VA will cover. However, if you're going into a private university and the cost is higher, or maybe grad school at the UC level and the cost is higher, it exceeds, that's when knowing if the campus offers a Yellow Ribbon Program is important or not. Your veterans counselors can help you understand that a bit more if you think you may need it. Grants and scholarships, you can definitely find more information online. The difference between grants, there are grants and scholarships. Scholarships is going to be very specific based on merit, or based on a lot of different factors and variety, just a lot of different factors. You have to look those up. Whereas grants is going to definitely be based on need. Grants, free money. There's also loans that will be offered to you at a community college as well as at the UCs and Cal States. Now, loans you do have to pay back. So I always recommend at a community college, if you don't need a loan, don't take it out. Save it for later if you need to take out a loan. But if you can use your California College Promise grant together with your financial aid, do that before you take out any loan at the community college level. Next slide, please. Okay, so the transfer path. So all CSUs and UC campuses accept transfer students, and they offer priority admissions to all eligible CCC students. Definitely transfer students are favored because our transfer students have gone through a minimum of 2 years at a community college. You have your study skills figured out. For the most part, you have the study habits figured out. You are, more mature. Absolutely, coming into a community college, you're going to be more mature. Our vets are always definitely we see our veterans and our service members are being those students who can give so much more to our classrooms and to our lectures. So that's another reason why we value our military connected students so much, because you bring so much to our classes. And students will also need to complete transfer major preparation courses, which are critical to admissions in many transfer majors. Absolutely. I would say bottom line, work with your veterans counselor to ensure you have that educational plan, student educational plan in place. So that way, you know that you are on track to transfer out, you know when you will transfer, and that all of your requirements will have been met. So, and whatever degrees you qualify for, and also sometimes you qualify for certificates without even feeling it. You'll make sure that you're covering those when you're working with your counselor. Next slide, please. Okay, and finally, we have online information resources. So another great list to take a look at. I also would recommend that you visit icangotocollege.com. So it's different from iCanAffordCollege.com. So I would say check out icangotocollege.com. I'll put that into the chat in a little bit, but that's another great resource for students who are thinking about how are you going to start, where do you start, what are the programs about, and just there's more research that you can do on that website. Next slide, please. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. I know I kind of zipped through all of these slides right now, but if you have any other questions, even if you don't plan to attend ELAC, feel free to reach out. I can direct you to any of the VRCs across the state. We can connect you and make sure you get started with, whoever you need to speak with. There's my contact information. I would say the best way to reach me would be through email. So peakj@elac.edu. Happy to serve you, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Jessica. You are such a wealth of information. You are such a resource. Thank you so much for what you do for our community. We really, really appreciate you being here and you giving us all that really good inside back scoop of what actually is happening at the colleges and how to take advantage of, all the different resources that are out there and to make everybody successful. So thank you.
Thanks for having me today. Thank you.
So this is all of our contact information now that I'm putting out here right now. Here's our post-webinar survey. Like I said before, please fill it out. We definitely look at these. We definitely implement, all of your suggestions. Let us know if we're doing a good job. Let us know how we can improve. Definitely, please, we ask you to fill out the survey. And please give us a call. If you have any questions at all, take a picture of this. Maybe you're overwhelmed right now. Maybe later you might need some assistance. Please give us a call or email any of us. While we were doing this presentation, there was some questions in the Q&A. Kirk, do you want to go over a few of those?
Sure thing. In fact, I was just typing an answer to one of the questions about Chapter 31. So we had a couple of questions regarding the Veterans Upward Bound program, the TeleQ. It looks like an acronym. I'm not sure exactly what the TeleQ program is. I know what the Veterans Upward Bound program is. Maybe that is a Jessica question. Maybe that's the East LA specific Upward Bound program. So I'll let her defer to her.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so TeleQ offers a TeleQ Veterans Upward Bound program, and they are scattered throughout the state. It's not just at East LA, but we do have one 10 minutes from us in Commerce. I know there's one in Santa Ana as well. But basically, if you find one that's close to you and you're interested, what they offer is they offer free programming to veterans. I'm not sure if they also do accept service members, current service members, but I know for veterans, it's there. They offer computer classes to help you learn Microsoft skills, Excel, lots of different, just like career preparation types of computer classes. They also offer courses to help with the transition into college. So if it's been a while since you've been in college and you want to freshen up your skills prior to starting your enrollment at a community college or a university, they offer you math classes, math tutoring, all the way up from like very basic pre-algebra all the way up to calculus in some TeleQs or Veterans Upward Bound programs. They also offer English. So writing, they cover all sorts of just like skills that you need to be successful. They also will offer you, I know the TeleQ by ELAC offers the Rosetta Stone program free for veterans. So whatever language you want to take up, you go at your own pace, and they give you access to it, and you can learn Spanish, anything from Spanish to Latin to absolutely any language. They have them all. So it's a great program, Veterans Upward Bound. I know they're online. You can find them online and find out when their spring semester will start. But they're like courses like 8 to 10 week long courses or something like that. And it's all free.
That's so awesome. What a great, great resource. Wow, I had no idea. I'm so glad that came up in the questions.
Yeah, great question.
Thank you,
I
Jessica.
noticed that come up. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question we had, let's see, was about Chapter 31 benefits. And this is right in my wheelhouse. I'm a Chapter 31 alumni myself. I used the Chapter 31 benefit after I was laid off from a work employment, and I was unable to do that job. So Chapter 31 is going to focus on your disability and your ability to have gainful employment. The program was designed to provide veterans who have a service-connected disability that opportunity to be employed gainfully. So if that service-connected disability prevents you from doing a specific task or job that would be gainful employment, you can be eligible for Chapter 31 benefits. The benefits have a wide variety of berth. They can provide educational assistance, job search workshops as well. So it's a program that you would apply for and have to go through a caseworker to be eligible. They're going to evaluate your overall employability and your marketability to be employed. And of course, they're going to tap into what you want to do. So they want to gear your job goals in what you're capable of doing, what you're eligible to do, and what you're physically capable of doing. And then tailor that need to what you would like to do and go forward with that. So I would recommend contacting the intake center first, or the VA directly. Get a hold of a caseworker and an application specialist so that they can go through your individual needs and benefits, how they're going to pertain to you. I did put the specific application in the Q&A portion there. So hopefully that information is valuable. If you have any questions beyond that, please email us and we can provide further assistance regarding that. And I think that's about it. The other one was the teleQ was the other question. So I'll turn it back over to you, Jen. I'll keep an eye on if anything else pops up.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for those great questions, you guys. So I'm just going to go over 2 more slides and then we will close up. So this is our upcoming webinars. In addition to this webinar, like I said earlier, we do lots and lots of webinars. This month's theme is education. So there is some more on the college tuition fee waiver. If you want to learn more about that, there is a webinar on that. There's also one on navigating distance learning. A lot of these colleges, because of the COVID pandemic, are doing online courses. So there's some really great stuff out there for you guys. So if you're interested in these upcoming webinars, just go to our Eventbrite page, just like you guys did to sign up for this one right here. And then our next slide here is our contact information. This is our phone number. We all have phones, all of us training coordinators and the local interagency network coordinators all have those phones. They all ring to us. You will get somebody answering the phone, an actual human being, and we will we are very, very passionate about getting those resources to you. If we don't know the answer, we will definitely get the answer for you. So please give us a call, send us an email, and I just want to say thank you for your service. Thank you everyone for being here, and have a fantastic day.
Thank you all.
Annette.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you,
And you
Jessica.
mentioned,
Jessica.
I just posted the survey again in the chat. Did you mention the survey so we can have people take the survey?
Yes. Yes, so we did mention that, but I will go back to the page right there so they can scan that also. All right. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you.
Have a great
Thanks,
day.
you too. Bye.
Go.
Bye-bye.